One Piece Season 2 is finally here after like 3-ish years, give or take. Yeah, but finally, like after all this time, we've waited so long. I loved the first season of Netflix's their live action adaptation of One Piece. When the first season came out on Netflix back in 2023, and at the time, I had never watched the anime. I never seen the anime. I never seen manga. I haven't read the manga. Excuse me, I haven't read the manga. I haven't seen the anime. But everyone was, but I know there are, the hardcore fans, but like the first season I went into the first season of One Piece completely blind. Well, almost blind. I know three characters. Monkey D. Luffy, Nami, and Zoro. I know their names and what they look like. Besides that, I don't know anything else. I don't know their origins. I don't know any other characters. Everything else is completely new to me. Um, and I after watching like the first like 5 or 10 minutes of season one, episode one, like I was completely sold. The first episode, Romance Dawn, I believe that's the name of season one, episode one. After that episode, I was like, I'm hooked. I'm completely hooked. I think it was like second, like 2 quarters or like 2 or 3 quarters into I think it was like 1 or 2 quarters into the first episode. I was completely hooked and on board, and I loved it. After watching the whole season, I fell in love. I should have watched the anime after binge watching the first season, but I didn't. And now 3 years later, in preparation for season two, I rewatched the first season of the live action series, and then finally, yes, ladies and gentlemen, I can finally say that I have watched the anime. I'm still, dude. Well, not the whole anime. I'm like way past. Like I'm like almost in the middle. Like I'm in the almost in the. I'm like halfway in the anime, and I've got a way. I have a long way to go. I have a long way to go. The anime, it's so crazy that both the anime and the manga is still ongoing to this day. But I can now that season two is finally out. It came out. It was released March 10th. Yeah, March 10th. 3 days ago. Um, and I binged season two, and I loved it. I think I love season two more than season one. Season one was an introduction, like getting, not we're getting introduced to new characters, and also not just new characters, but also this bigger world, world filled with lore that we don't that I like a newcomer like me at the time didn't know, like devil fruit. Like what the hell's a devil fruit? um, but yeah, I will say season two is definitely a step up from season one. Um, I I will say, I think season two continues to maintain the miracle status of the first season while significantly expanding the world building and stakes. I looked it up on Rotten Tomatoes. This currently One Piece season two has a 100% critic score. That is insane. That is insane. And overall, critics say that season two offer higher stakes, a larger scope, and plenty of adventure without losing the near perfect live action adaptation quality. And there are some key highlights, like the introduction of Tony Chopper, the debut of Tony Chopper is the most anticipated element I just love the blend of the CGI, like the fur and the facial capture, particularly in the emotional Drum Kingdom arc, which is definitely the highlight of the season. And by the way, Chopper, holy shit, cute and adorable, just like the anime. Tony Chopper is so cute and adorable, and I need a plushie. I need a toy or a plushie of of Chopper immediately. All right, and also the villains, in season two. I mean, Joe, I can't believe like that's Joe Mangiello's portray like his portrayal of Sir Crocodile. Um, like throughout the whole season, he's completely like in the shadow. He's completely in the shadow, but he's definitely going to be a bigger threat in in season three. But also David decide like David like his him as Mr. 3, like both of them are standout performances that add a more menacing high stakes feel to the series, and also the improved visuals. While season 1 had some uncanny like unnatural moments, and not in a good way, like season 2 definitely has a marked improvement in visual effects. Like they definitely like through like in these past like 3 years, they definitely took their time with the visual effects, and it definitely shows. And specifically regarding devil fruit powers like Smoker's Smoke and Mr. Three's Racks and Vivi's arc. Like the actress who plays Nefertari Vivi, or as Princess Vivi, is just amazing. What a great what a great introduction and a great addition to the crew, both Princess Vivi and Chopper. But her as, but her the actress's performance as Vivi, like it's grounding for the fantastical elements of the Baroque works, conspiracy, and a relatable like emotional core. But yeah, like I would say the beginning and the end when it comes to like the season two, like the best episodes, like not the best episodes, but like season two, like the moments. I will say the beginning and the end captures the chaotic energy of Logtown and Captain Smoker's debut. Good whale hunting is definitely like I love the scale of the whale laboon, and I felt really like it was. We just started like season two. It's only episode two, and this show is already hitting me in the hearts with a giant ass whale, laboon. And then also Wax On and Wax Off is just great. I will remember season two for the Wax On Wax Off episode. All right, and definitely um um Tony Chopper's backstory was just heartbreaking. Um, and it's funny because you know what's funny? Season two, episode 7 was Chopper's origin, and that is the episode that I cried my eyes out like a little baby. And it reminded me of season 1, episode 7 as well, with Nami's origin and her backstory, which was the most emotional episode for me. And I cried in that episode as well. What is with like episode 7? Like episode 7 of season 1, I cried my eyes out. Episode 7, season 2, I cried my eyes out. It's just something about that episode 7. And I feel like episode I'm going to assume, or like season 3 episode 7, in the future, that's it. I think it's currently in production, by the way. See, I think so. um it's definitely going to be emotional. I'm going to be crying my eyes out. But anyway, yeah, like, but anyway, Wax On Wax Off definitely had its creative, little garden fight choreography, like the heroes and the villains and like the giants, and the giants too, like, oh my god. And also the reindeer, and also the episode Reindeer Shames. is the emotional peak, the most emotional peak, because it's Chopper's origin and his relationship and how he met, um, Dr. Hirogu's tragic backstory and their relationship and their, how that went down. I do have some minor critiques. While the season, is definitely a hit, there are some the pacing remains brisk, covering everything from Town to the end of the Jung Kingdom in just 8 episodes. This, because of this, I felt like the secondary Baroque Works agents, these Baroque agents, like fuck the yellow, you know what, I forgot their name, Miss Valentine and the dude with the burger bombs, like these agents, slightly felt underdeveloped compared to their manga counterparts, or the anime counterparts, which is definitely in a much improvement, because we get this, because there's more characterizations to them. But yeah, besides that, ladies and gentlemen, like season two is definitely a step up from season one, and I really don't. Actually, you know what? Stay right here. Let me look up status of season three. Enter. Let me see. What do we got? What do we got? Loading, 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 loading. As of March 2026, following the highly successful premiere of season two, here is the current status of One Piece season three. I think it's. I know, obviously, no shit. Netflix renewed it for a season three because it's so great. Just like Wednesday, it's so great. Oh my god, yeah, production status. It's currently in production. Oh my god, they're currently filming. Oh. Okay, so Netflix officially renewed the series for a third season in August 2025, well ahead of the season two release. Filming starts, production began on November 24th. Oh my god, okay. Production began on November 24th, 2025, so a few days before Thanksgiving. Um, in Cape Town, South Africa. Filming ended. It is scheduled to wrap around June. Okay, so it's already production's already finished. June 19th. It's March, so it's already finished. Because of the heavy CGI required for the Alabaster Desert battles and Logia types, Devil Fruit, Sand, and Fire, season three is expected to premiere in mid to late 2027 next year. We don't have to wait too long. We don't have to wait new three characters. Oh my god, there's we don't three characters, 3 years. I meant to say 3 years. The core Straw Hats crew remains the same, but several major characters have been confirmed for the upcoming Alabaster arc. Of course, Sir Crocodile will become um da, 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 da. Okay, that's great. So, oh my god, this is crazy. Fucking Blue Beetle, or the guy, or the kid from Cobra Kai, Cholo, is going to be in season three, and he's going to play. Actually, I don't want to spoil who's he going to play. For those who haven't watched the anime or read the manga, I'm not going to say, but let's just say his character has a very close relationship with the character of Luffy, Monkey D. Luffy. Pretty much every character has a uh, relationship with him, some kind of connection with them. But yeah, so it seems like Sir Crocodile will be the big bad of Sir Crocodile may be the big bad of season three, and Nico Robin. We are keeping a close eye on Nico Robin. Um, but yeah, like that's pretty much it. So they finished. They finished filming. But because of the CGI and all the other shit, it's gonna be mid to late. Hopefully mid. I don't want late. Mid 2027. But yeah. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much all I have to say for One Piece Season 2. I'm just into the grand line. Um, this is great. It's definitely a step up. Thank you so much, everyone. Please like and subscribe. Definitely subscribe because that will help me and my YouTube channel out a lot. Thank you so much for your support, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.